Hi, my name is Cindy London. I'm a transformational life coach and speech-language pathologist. I'd like to talk to you today about your dreams. Suppose you see your life flash before your eyes in a moment. Is it worth watching? What do you think? Where are you with your dreams? Life can come at you pretty hard, and you make choices. You make choices every day. You make little choices, you make big choices, and they all impact your life. They all ripple through your life. They ripple through your body, they ripple through your heart, they ripple through your spirit, they ripple through your mind, they ripple through your relationships. It affects how you think, and it affects how you feel. How do you choose? When we talk about turning your dreams into reality, which is what we're talking about now, we're talking about how you choose. Okay? So when you have a dream, when you think about something like, oh, you know what, I think I want to change careers. What do you hear? What do you hear? What does the voice in your head say? Does it say, oh, you know, you're too old? Or that's really out there, you know? Are you kidding me? What does that voice say to you? And how much do you listen to it? That voice runs us. As a transformational life coach, we call that the operating self. It's that part of us, that part of our personality that helps us in everyday activity, in routine activities, and things that we do habitually, like going to the grocery store, or running the kids to school, or making dinner, or whatever. It's things that do not require creative thought. It's using the left brain, the logical brain, sequential information. It's using known information, and it's based on your beliefs and your experiences. And it works fine until you get to something that's different, that's outside the box, that requires creative thinking. And then what does it say? No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. No, impossible. You can't. Don't even try. And most of us listen to that. Risks are scary. And this tells us it's scary. So then what do we do? What happens is that this operating self is actually utilizing a neural pathway that goes up to the amygdala, which is the fear center of the brain. Okay? And as a result, you cannot think very clearly, you cannot think creatively. It does not go all the way up to both sides of the prefrontal cortex. So your thoughts are impairing your ability to make creative choices. The other thing that it does is that our brain is sort of like, our mind and our brain are sort of like a computer. We have the mind and the brain. And the mind is like the software program, and the brain is like the hardware program. And the software program, the mind, tells the hardware program, the computer, what to do. And the brain just does it. So if the mind is feeding the brain negative information, it's going to pump out neurochemicals that are stress chemicals. The stress chemicals. And what's that do to our bodies? It increases our heart rate and reduces the dilation, the size of our veins and arteries, raises our blood pressure, makes our heart beat faster. Over a prolonged time period, it can impair digestion, create headaches, anxiety attacks, depress immune system, and create autoimmune disorders. Thoughts really do impact us. So what's the other side of it? The other side of it is there's something called the empowered self. The empowered self. The empowered self is your true self, your authentic self. And if you're spiritually inclined, it is the divine within. And it lives here in your heart. It is the true core of you. It is who you are. It thinks outside the box. It thinks in terms of possibility. And it is very creative. By utilizing the empowered self, it uses a positive pathway. It doesn't go to the amygdala. It goes right up to the prefrontal cortex, both left and right sides. Both hemispheres are used. And the results are creative thoughts. Creative. It sends cascading events of neurochemicals spewing through our bodies that are positive. Increased levels of melatonin, so we sleep better. Increased levels of serotonin and dopamine, which are happy chemicals floating around in our brains. So our moods are better. Our immune system is better. Life is better, and it's easier. If you are struggling, if you are feel challenged all the time, then you're using old thinking patterns. You're using the operating self. You're not getting into the empowered self. The empowered self, things are easier. Things are easier. So what happens is that I work with people to help them move into their empowered selves, to transform the operating self, so the operating self works with the empowered self instead of fighting the empowered self, and then move into a more positive way of being and live a healthier, happier life. And this is what I do. It's wonderful. It's wonderful to see people shift. It's wonderful to see people move into this empowered space. It's wonderful to see people transform right before my eyes. And it doesn't take long. If you're ready, it doesn't take long. So turn your dreams into reality.